All right, I got the goods. We are good to go. I didn't get like a lot. I know that little clip you probably just saw is like, come on, Jack. Let me see if this will stop the recording. I'm gonna test putting my earphones in. What up, what up, what up? Jack the Realtor. Jack the Realtor. Coming to you here at the warehouse. Folks, I gotta do some chores. I just wish I could just be a businessman all day long. But I have to do some chores, and eventually maybe I'll hire somebody to do them for me. But I'm not at that point just yet. We'll see what happens. Little hair, I think. Alright, so here's the situation. And you know what? I'm not complaining, first of all. It's just, I didn't expect this to be thrown at me. So I just got word via text message that my puppy's dog food has run out. And we got to get her fed. Dog's got to eat. Doggy's got to eat. So usually it's not my responsibility to get the dog food, I'll be honest. But every now and then I need to step up and I need to go out and I need to get the dog food. Where do I go? Are you asking? It's Agway in South Dennis. And I'm going to take you guys there. You guys are going to see it. I'm going to do a quick little video in the store so you can see it. It's kind of cool. Put some music in it. Maybe make it fun. But my dog, Wealthy, I love with all my heart. I really do. And yeah, so I'm going to go get the dog food. What else do I got today? Well, I have a few home evaluations I need to do for some properties that I've seen, done a two-stop at. Two-stop in real estate means I go to the house once, I see the house, maybe I take some photographs just because I want to remember what the condition is. Then I make a second stop where I go and I tell the person, or they come to my office and we talk about what their home is worth. You know, we tell them the fair market value of their property. Now, I've had a few actually in the past week that have been very hard to price just due to the fact that homes are flying and they're going for numbers that we haven't seen before. So, but sometimes those are usually just unique properties, like a small condo with an ocean view. That's a standalone condo and there's only 4 other condos in its condoplex, and all of the other condos are attached and they don't have their own property line, and the condition, it's okay, but this condo is in immaculate condition. It's like you want to price it up because you don't want the seller to, you know, feel like they got shafted. But at the same time, you don't want them to price it above fair market value too much because it's going to take away all the attention. And we see bidding wars happen where $25,000, $50,000 over asking price when a home gets listed. So that's a little rant. All right, folks, I'm going to drive over to Agway. I think it's called Agway. Thank you so much for your dog food. I appreciate you. It's good coffee here. It's just Keurig coffee, but right now I need it. I don't need it. Like, I'm not an addict. However, it's good to have. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going up to Plymouth because a seller put something under contract that she wants to move into. And it's going to be like a, what happened was, and you'll see this sometimes, but in the inspection, what happened was we found that there was some pieces of glass that needed some repair. So basically what we're doing is we're going to get someone in there to see like how much that would cost, get a quote, you know, before the inspection contingency runs out. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, Jack the Realtor's on it. We'll solve it. Oh my goodness. Dude, my dog is going to be so happy. We're getting Origin. It's like this really high class. It's like the champagne of, I don't even know if that's even a good way to say it. One moment, please. I'm getting a call. I will edit this and make sure that works. Sorry about that, guys. I get pretty busy sometimes, and I just have calls coming in from family members, clients, and when it happens in the vlog, it's just like, oh, man, it's a bad hit, man. I don't like it, because I feel like I get so much momentum when doing these vlogs and talking, and when it happens, it's just like, ugh. But it's the price I pay for being a businessman and a husband and a father of a dog, which I'm very happy I am. All right, folks, just being raw and real with you. Look, it's tough sometimes, man. It's tough. So I'm going to Agway, as I mentioned, to get dog food. Origin dog food, which is like the creme de la creme of dog food. It's what we put Wealthy on. I don't even know if it is, you know, it might just be really good branding. They just like brand it very well to be like the creme de la creme. But if it is really good for my dog, then shout out to Origin. We got our dog from a breeder. And the reason why we do Origin is because the breeder said, quote unquote, he literally said this. He's like, look, Wealthy's family, which is our dog, Wealthy. Wealthy's family, okay, was literally bred on Origin for 3 generations. And if you take her off Origin, she is going to die. Or something to that effect. But no, it's all good. Listen, all right, this is what you got to do, okay? Everyone's going through the same stuff, and I just love you. I love my clients. I love my family. I love myself. But it's insane to think that realtors live these perfect little lives, you know, without any kind of friction. I mean, what is it? Some of the shows out there are just ridiculous. I like the reality kind of concept shows that you'll see sometimes, but even those are kind of like, you know, they spoof us up to be these perfect godly creatures that don't joke or make any sense. It's just complete bogus. If I'm ever on one of those shows, which I will be, that was pretty audacious of me to say, I will not act like that. I promise you guys. I promise I'm going to be like down to earth. And you can call me out on it too if I'm not. So hold me accountable. I always say, hold me accountable. Hold me accountable. That's why I like to get my clients to review me sometimes, because it kind of holds me accountable. I tell them, look, you're doing me a disservice by giving me a 5-star review if you don't think I did 5-star work. I'm not sure if I've ever actually said that. But I think I'm going to start, because I believe in merit. M-E-R-I-T, merit. Which is when you deserve what you get. Origin, man. I'm going to show you this Origin bag, and you guys are going to be like, oh, like, damn. Look, and if you're not on Origin, I get it. Hey, I get it's kind of expensive. It's really expensive, actually. And it might not even be worth it, okay? So if Origin's listening, I'm sorry. I just don't know. I'm not a dog food scientist. But what I will say is this, again, and I got my earphones in so you guys can hear me. Listen, Origin, why I do Origin is, again, the breeder told us that we would like mess our dog's stomach up for life if we switch. And that might be total BS. But nonetheless, whether it is or isn't, sorry, ambulance. Went a different way. That's embarrassing. Whether it is or isn't, I'm just saying. I'm just giving you guys the facts. I don't even know what I was saying, folks, but I'm here. Okay, so let me do like a park. I'm gonna park over here so I can kind of walk and show you guys this cool place. Take a couple of shots. I'll be inconspicuous. I always feel weird when I take photos of like a place. Like, why do I feel weird? Well, I'm just being honest. You know, like, if it's like someone's house and I tell them I'm gonna take photos, I don't feel weird. But if it's like a public setting and I'm just the only guy taking videos and photos, they have no idea what I'm doing. They're like, what are you doing, bro? But it's part of the gig. To be a good journalist, you have to be willing to do that kind of stuff. All right, let's check it out. All right, I got the goods. We are good to go. I didn't get like a lot. I know that little clip you probably just saw is like, come on, Jack. Let me see if this will stop the recording. I'm gonna test putting my earphones in. So I just tested if putting my earphones into my camera will stop the recording, and it did. It played my music that I was playing, or actually I was reading a book from Audible. The Greatest Salesman. Woo! All right, I got the dog food. I'm in good shape. Let's go. Let's boogie woogie. Boogie woogie boogie woogie. All right. I believe that having my earphones in is like not a crime, right? I think I'm good. Pretty safe while I'm driving when I do these vlogs. Well, some might debate that. As I say that, I have a coffee cup in one hand, like, Jack, you fool. Like, but you know what? It's just entertainment. And I have fun doing it. And I will live with the consequences. Again, I don't think it's that bad. I think that it's an okay thing to do. I could be wrong. But at the same time, like, I trust my gut. I think that's a big lesson. Like, you just gotta trust your gut sometimes. Like, look at Bitcoin, you know? Bitcoin went up pretty big. Why they trusted my gut on that, man, I'll tell you. I own some Bitcoin. I don't own a full Bitcoin. At one point I did. Forget what happened though. I think I needed like some funds for some kind of thing. Switched them out. But I own close to one, so I didn't take out too much funds. So we'll see what happens with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's crazy though. It's gone way up. Way up. We got a police officer. No, not me. Thank God. Making sure that someone is walking correctly. So they may be intoxicated. I'm reporting this live, folks, from Jack the Realtor News. Do you guys like these vlogs, man? Can I get like a comment of someone saying, hey Jack, I actually watched to the point where you asked the question. I do like the vlog. Or I hate it. Your vlogs suck. No, but the funny part is they would be watching until this part. So even if they said that, I'd still appreciate it, because in a way it's kind of like they're watching my entertainment. Maybe they're not watching it because they like it, but maybe they're watching it because they think it's, what is the old saying, laughing with me or laughing at me? I don't care if they laugh at me. I mean, at least it's getting some viewership and boosting my rankings on the YouTube. It's all good though. I love everyone. I really do. I love them all, folks. I love them all. So I just went past Hall Oil. That's a great place if you want to get some Keurig cups. You know who should sponsor me is Origin and Keurig, because I'm gonna mention them like 20 times in this vlog. If anyone has connections to Origin, you know what? Like, why should they sponsor me though? You're probably wondering that. Well, I have a lot of potential, I believe. Maybe I'm delusional on that, but I believe I have a lot of potential to grow this YouTube channel with you guys. And I'm gonna take a list, man. Like, if y'all are here from the beginning, I'm not gonna be like out here not saying who was here in the beginning. Like, I'm gonna be appreciating y'all until the end, until I die. Which I'm hoping to reach 150 years old. You guys are probably gonna be like, yo, this guy's crazy. But I don't know. I just believe in modern medicine. I don't do drugs. I drink on holidays, maybe. Other than that, I don't drink any alcohol. I used to drink a lot of wine, but I stopped drinking a lot of wine because it's just too much. It's just too much. Like, not like an alcoholic level of wine, but I don't know. Maybe that's kind of like, you know, what do they say? They say that a side of alcoholism, and I'm not laughing at alcoholism, like, I know that that's a serious thing, but they say that a sign of alcoholism is denying that you're an alcoholic, which kind of is a paradox. It's kind of smart, whoever made that up. Kid show. So how do I start my morning? Well, I start my morning by reading a passage of some kind of book, right? And then what I'll do is I will go to the warehouse. I will write down I'll take a white sheet of paper, like a blank sheet of computer paper, and I'll just write down what I'm thankful for until the end of the paper. So like, if I write really big, I might write only about 10, 12 things. If I write really small, I could probably fit about 50 things in there. It just all depends on how I'm feeling. And then I'll watch either some kind of financial guru type stuff. I'll look at the hot sheets for real estate here on Cape Cod, see what's coming on. I'll email some properties over to some clients. I'll watch Barstool sometimes in the mornings just to like, hey, like, we gotta remember some comedy at times, you know? And I love Barstool. Barstool's run by that guy, Dave Portnoy. He's like a freaking genius when it comes to marketing. And just like I like him a lot. I think he's a good dude, like a decent person too, underneath all that comedy. But the cool part about Barstool is they actually do have a lot of different kinds of content. And it's really funny, and I like to have some comedy in my mornings because it's like a joyous emotion to laugh. I mean, who doesn't like to laugh, you know? So like, it gets me kind of in the right mindset to talk to clients and deal with like serious problems. I mean, everyone has serious problems. Like, everyone really does go through something. Whew, the heat is just scorching me. I had the heat on high for like this whole vlog, and now I'm starting to sweat. I literally probably just burned off some calories from like sweating just now. like while I'm making a vlog, just sitting here, it's like exercise. It's like I'm in a sauna. Crack the window a bit. So I got a few people that I'm trying to get onto my show. And my show, I mean any kind of content that I post, you know. Shout out to Savage Fishing, right? Shout out to Jack Harney. Shout out to, I want to shout out is Alex Geary. I asked him for a tip today because I want to do a video on like 10 reasons why Cape Cod is a great place to live. I saw another realtor that did a video like that, and they had literally like 2,100 views. So and I think their video was like the only video. And I feel like I can do like a pretty good job at a video like that from a younger person's perspective in real estate. And what's interesting too is one of the things that I'm going to put on mine, which I don't enjoy a lot, which is why I'm outsourcing this to an expert, is nightlife here on Cape. Nightlife. So I think that the nightlife here on Cape Cod is like an excellent thing, but I don't enjoy it a lot. I mean, I'm just working, I'm being a husband, and the times that I do go out, they're always like very fun, but I just don't go out a lot. And with COVID too, I think it's good for people to know like how to have a good time if you're gonna move to Cape Cod. I mean, not everyone's like me and just like has a weird job that they work around the clock. And sometimes even people that do, they do still like to enjoy the nightlife, and I'm cool with that. That's great. They should, and do what makes you happy. If going out and having some beers or wine with the ladies or the guys is what makes you happy, then do it. You know, it's just not my thing. I just do that sometimes, I guess, but it's really rare. And my buddy is like he is like a savant in nightlife here on Cape Cod and everywhere. I'm gonna ask him some hard pressed questions and get some reactions. I'm gonna try to have him on the show. So Alex, if you're watching this, bro, this is your formal invitation. But I just feel like I'm going to ask him some hard-pressed questions, and he's going to give some great responses. The guy is always off the top, and I think people can learn a lot about it from his experiences on, like, where to go. I mean, he's a connoisseur of nightlife here on Cape Cod, and anyone that knows him will agree with that. They will say some things, you know. He's a controversial guy, but everyone loves him, you know. He's a good guy. So shout out to him. Shout out to Tig Delaney from the Skipper. Again, Tig reached out and he's like, hey Jack, I saw your vlog or something to that effect, and thank you for the shout out. Skipper is a great place. If you want to get a lobster roll and you're not going to the Skipper, then you're just not doing it right. You're just not doing it right. If you want to get a big, like a hefty, like a real New England Cape Cod lobster roll, and you're willing to put down some bills, you're willing to just like say, hey, you know what, I'm going to ball out, I'm going to get a good lobster roll, go to the Skipper. I think it's in West Yarmouth. It's in Yarmouth, I know that for sure. It's by that strip of beaches. Other content, I'm going to start doing these driving tours of like neighborhoods. I think that those could be pretty fun, and a lot of people want like ask me like, hey Jack, what are some neighborhoods to live in? Everyone says towns, like, hey, what town should I live in? What town should I live in? Look, I've lived in like 5 towns, okay? My mom moved from Wellfleet to Yarmouth to Harwich to Sandwich to, is that it? Harwich, Wellfleet, Sandwich, Yarmouth? So that's 4. My dad lived in Dennis, so 5 towns, man. I've lived in 5 towns. It's not about the town. It's not about the town. It's about the neighborhood. The town is where you're going to have your taxes and, yeah, sure, your proximity to a lot of cool spots. But depending on the neighborhood, you're going to be closer to cool spots. I mean, a town in Mashpee might be closer to the stuff in Falmouth than it is to the stuff in Mashpee. Vice versa. So, I mean, it's just all take it with a grain of salt, you know, grain of sand or whatever they say. All right, this is a long vlog. It's going to take me a while to upload. I got a bunch of stuff to do today. Folks, I'm going to try to get it out today. It's the 27th. If I don't, I love you. Thank you for watching. If you watch the whole thing, please just say something. Comment something. Because, like, this is ridiculous. I'm going to remember you for life. I'm going to remember you for life. and subscribe if you want to see more content again. Or tell me what towns you want me to, go through all the nice neighborhoods and what kind of neighborhoods, what kind of price range are you looking, things like that. I have a few neighborhoods that are just sick. Like, I'm talking waterfront properties, like amazing properties, luxurious properties. And I know some people that like either live there or have lived there that I'm gonna just get some insights for you guys. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, comment. I love you so much. I got the dog food. I'm gonna give it to Sasha and my dog. They're gonna love me so much. I'm the hero of the day. And that's just today. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, right? But hopefully I can just enjoy it today. I love you guys so much. Thanks.